Are you noticing buyer agent co-op commissions going up or down? Are sellers going to continue to pay our buyer agent fees? Do you know what's happening with the Department of Justice investigation into NAR and all the major large brokerages about buyer commissions? Hi, I'm Sam Wilson, the Sam Wilson Home Selling Team at eXp Realty, and I'm the realtor helping realtors, and I really do think this video will help other agents. First of all, if you're not aware of everything I just asked, then you have to go do some of your own homework and research to see what's going on. Things are changing. Most recently, there's been more and more communication about buyer agent fees being under attack by the government. And you can go read about it. I'm not here to try and practice law or tell you about the lawsuit or take a side between NAR and the Department of Justice or the law firm that brought this class action suit. Hey, heads up, by the way, the first law firm that brought the first class action lawsuit about buyer commission price fixing is the law firm that sued Big Tobacco out of Chicago. So this is the real deal, guys, and you really need to pay attention to it. So I'm also not here, there's no intention in this video to communicate what you should be charging buyers for commission or setting listing broker fees or buyer broker fees. That's not what this is about. This is about how to get paid what you're worth. Have you noticed that sometimes you bring a buyer to a listing that has a commission less than what you're accustomed to? There are no entitlements, folks. There are no standards. There are no rules about what you have to get paid. I don't care what your broker says. I don't care what the MLS says. It does not exist, which is why, and I'll prove it here, the MLS allows you to put as little as $1 co-op in as a buyer co-op fee. Check it out. If you don't think that's accurate, just call the MLS. And I'm talking about RE Colorado here in the Denver metro area. Your MLS is probably similar, but you can go check it out for yourself. So how are you going to get paid what you're worth? I can only talk about Colorado. I'm only licensed in Colorado, but other markets may be similar. So in Colorado, in the buyer broker agreement, the buyer agency agreement, there's a section in there where you can actually disclose to your buyer how much that you're going to be charging, and if you're allowed to first ask the seller or seller's agent to get paid, and if not, then how you're going to approach the buyer directly to do this. So this is way too much for this video, but this is a huge issue on the forefront that will change our industry, and you've got to pay attention to it. So whether whether you think you're just going to go ahead and get paid what's ever being offered, that's fine. But now the listing broker and the seller are in control of your living as a buyer's agent. Yeah, that's right. Do you really want to give up that control? So this is notwithstanding the issues that present themselves when it comes to buyers getting loans, having to have money to pay buyer agent fees. But I've got 2 ways to mastermind with you about how to get paid without having the buyer pay out of their pocket cash money. So we can talk about that in a mastermind group. It's really too much for this video. It does take some mindset change, and it does take rolling up your sleeves to do the work and not being afraid to have these discussions with your buyers. Because if you're limiting what you're showing buyers based on the commission that's offered in the MLS, you're actually doing a huge disservice to your client. In fact, one of the changes that I'm sure you're going to see, I'm going to go out on a limb, is that buyer broker fees are going to be displayed publicly in the very near future. In fact, there's already movement to have that done. It's already coming down the pipe, so you've got to be aware of this. And if your buyer says they want to show a property and you haven't had the proper conversation with them about not working for free or for a discounted fee, then you're going to be in a tough spot. So we can talk about that, how to avoid that situation. Moreover, how to get paid what you're worth. This brings up a whole nother topic that I would love to mastermind with you about. Look, in what other industry does somebody in their first day on the job get paid the same as those of us that have been in the business for 20 years? So, think about it and think about how you're going to get paid what you're worth and how you're going to demonstrate your value, which goes all the way back to the very first video in this value stack about your buyer presentation. Hey, it's a tough topic. It's exhausting, but it's something we cannot bury our heads in the sand about. I'm happy to talk to you, mastermind about it, and figure out, how we're going to address this. So I'm Sam Wilson with the Sam Wilson Home Selling Team at eXp Realty. I'm the realtor helping realtors and truly helping you get paid what you're worth. I look forward to seeing you in the next video in this value stack about working with buyers. And that video is going to be about cooperating with listing brokers and presenting your offer, because who you work with matters.